It is 6:49. This is your morning in 8 minutes. This morning, we now know the name of the man accused of shooting a woman and leading police on a chase through Knox County.
Deputies say 47-year-old Brian Hurst died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. This all started yesterday morning on Gay Street. Police say Hurst shot a woman in front of the First Horizon Plaza and took off. After getting a description of his truck, deputies spotted him on Kingston Pike. They chased him to Shawn and Ball Road near Oak Ridge Highway. Deputies heard gunshots and pulled Hurst from the truck. He died at UT Medical Center. No deputies are hurt. The woman shot is expected to survive.
This morning, Knoxville police still working to find out what led to a deadly crash on Washington Pike. This happened on Wednesday. KPD says Norma Norton's car was hit by a dump truck as she was turning off of Babalay Road. She died at the scene. No other injuries were reported. And a Knoxville man wanted for attempted first-degree murder is behind bars. Knoxville police arrested Kevin Agnew. Officers found him in the 2400 block of MLK Jr. Avenue. He is wanted for attempted first-degree murder and weapons charges after a domestic incident last month.
And around the world this morning, taking a live look at Ukraine, the war is now entering its fourth week, and there's no indication that an end is in sight. The U.S. and its allies continue to look for ways to cut off funding to the Kremlin's war machine. President Biden is scheduled to speak with the Chinese president this morning. The White House says the president will urge him to refuse the Kremlin's request for military aid. The U.S. Secretary of State says Beijing should be working to convince Vladimir Putin to call off this invasion. He also warned that Putin becomes desperate. He may deploy chemical weapons as part of a false flag operation aimed at justifying an escalation of attacks.
And around the nation this morning, a 13-year-old was behind the wheel of a pickup truck that hit and killed 6 New Mexico college golfers and their coach. This happened in Texas. The NTSB says the 13-year-old driver and passenger were also killed in the crash. 2 Canadian students survived. They are recovering, but they are in critical condition. The team was traveling back to the University of the Southwest in Hobbs, New Mexico from a golf tournament when they crashed head-on with the truck in West Texas. Investigators now working to figure out what happened.
And take a look at this. This is what's left of a Walmart fulfillment center in Indiana after a massive fire burned for nearly a day. The building itself almost destroyed. There's still pieces of it left, as well as some trucks that were parked nearby. Investigators believe it could be weeks before they figure out what started this. And here's a look at what it looked like on Wednesday as it was burning. It took more than 200 firefighters to put out the blaze. Officials say the fire safety systems in the building were working correctly, but the fire was just too big. There were 1,000 workers inside the building at the time of the fire. Thankfully, everyone got out safe.
Covering your health this morning, Moderna now asking the FDA to authorize a second COVID-19 booster shot for everyone 18 and older. Pfizer and BioNTech have also asked the FDA for emergency use authorization for an additional booster of their mRNA COVID-19 vaccine. However, that application only for adults 65 and older. Back here at home, the Knox County Health Department asking the state to approve a new interim public health officer.
Dr. Warren Sayer will be replacing retiring Dr. Martha Buchanan starting in April. He served as health director at places like the Y-12 Nuclear Security Complex. Dr. Sayer will only serve as an interim replacement. An executive search firm is continuing to find a permanent replacement. Dr. Buchanan will officially retire at the end of this month.
Well, voting continues this morning for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, despite bowing out of the competition, Dolly Parton's name is still on that ballot.
Like it or not, Dolly.
Yeah, earlier this week she tweeted, she said that she did not feel like she earned the right to be nominated, and she hopes she'll be considered sometime again in the future. But the Hall of Fame is responding, saying it's up to the fans to decide. Dolly is among 16 other nominees up for a spot. The top 6 will make it in.
WVLT proud to be your official station of the Vols. This morning, we now know when the Vols will play in the round of 32 against the Michigan Wolverines. Tip-off for Saturday's game going to be at 5:15 p.m. Don't even change the channel. It'll be right here on WVLT. Last time the Vols played Michigan, 2014, when they squared off in the Sweet 16. Ooh. Michigan won that game 73-71.
I feel good about this.
Little rematch.
I mean, the Vols are playing like a national championship team yesterday.
They are looking pretty good. The matchup comes after the Vols cruised on past Longwood yesterday, 88-56. Santiago Vescovi on fire from beyond the arc. 6 3-pointers, leading the way with 18 points. Yesterday marked the 27th win on the season. That's the 4th most of all time in program history. We'll have more coverage for you all day long leading up to tomorrow's game. Once again, 5:15 right here on WVLT.
And let's not forget about the Lady Vols. They kick off their 40th straight tournament run tomorrow at home, hosting Buffalo. The team is a 4 seed in the Wichita region. Tip-off for tomorrow's game will be at 3 o'clock.
It is 6:55. We do want to get right to Whitney Turner. She's got your first alert traffic.
Crews have cleared a crash in Sevier County on Winfield Dunn Parkway right near North Parkway. All lanes are back open, but you still could have a slowdown in that area. And heads up for those who are traveling up Alcoa Highway today. There's a new traffic pattern. Northbound traffic is shifted onto the new bridge that goes over John Sevier Highway. No major changes to traffic flow or navigation. Just be mindful of this new bridge.
Your first alert forecast with meteorologist Kyle Granger.
6:55, approaching the top of the hour, and we're looking at temperatures that are nice and mild for the start of the day today. To get you started, we're at 48, Knoxville to 46, Maryville, good morning, to Townsend at 42, Wares Valley's at 43, Gatlinburg at 42, Strawberry Plains at 49. The clouds are on the increase, and that's going to lead to these showers and storms that roll through here through the middle part of the day. Some locally heavy rainfall is possible, some gusty winds. You see the strongest threats off to the west, but from Crossville to Jamestown, we're in that marginal threat for 1 or 2 strong storms this afternoon. So 66 is the high with scattered storms. Winds out of the south at 5 to 10, but overnight tonight they pick up. Going to be a little gusty, about a 20% coverage for you, gusting to 25 miles per hour. The extended forecast shows that we will be clearing as we move through the day on our Saturday, making way for what I think will be a beautiful Sunday with the sunshine. That's back on Monday, a real sample of spring. For those of you wanting spring fever, we get a taste of it next week. Scattered rain opportunities coming back for Wednesday. We'll watch closely.
All right, so we got a lot of basketball games today, so even if you get those showers, stay inside,
yeah.
right?
Just watch
Not a bad
WVLT.
deal. Lady Vols tomorrow, Vols tomorrow. I'm very excited. Going to be a nice, fun weekend.
Yeah, just a reminder, WVLT News at noon and 4 o'clock today will be on the CW, WBXX because of those games, and that's where we're headed right now. Join us.